So, an anime dub voice actor tried to push his colonial values onto anime. Well, anime fans, we like anime the way it is, so the fans went after him immediately and smacked him down for saying what he said. Hey, what is going on, everybody? How are you all doing today? I hope you all are having a wonderful and fantastic day today, and if not, hopefully you all will have a better tomorrow. So, Ryan Colt Levi is an anime dub voice actor. He is a voice actor in Demon School. And he went to Twitter, obviously, to post basically, more representation in anime, more representation in anime, more representation in anime, more representation in anime. Just trying to push his values onto anime, right? Well, think of it as a bad idea because, of course, anime fans went after him. And this was pretty hilarious what fans were saying. Yeah, let's take a country's culture and force it to be more like us. Which, of course, that's how they go. The Puritans, they always try to scream and push their colonial values on another country, and then what do? They sit over here before that and say, I respect one's culture. And then, of course, instead of respecting the culture, within minutes, they will be hypocrites and then, try to change the culture because something doesn't fit their values instead. So they want to force their values. So, of course, what does Ryan Colt Levi respond with? Who's us? I'm Middle Eastern and a shit ton of anime seems white to me. Like, are you kidding me? Are you joking? Really? I mean, if you're an anime fan, you know that anime has a lot of diversity in it. And it does it way better than the West does. That's for certain. So more people responded to his statement, and they said, one of the rules of anime, unless they specifically mention what ethnicity they are or it's overtly obvious, it is safe to assume they are Japanese. Another person said, representation of who, to which then Ryan Colt Levi proceeds to respond by saying, people of all shapes, sizes, races, and colors of this world. Yeah, clearly you haven't watched anime at all. I mean, have you ever seen One Piece? Have you ever seen Revolutionary Girl Utena? Have you ever seen Black Lagoon? Have you ever seen Code Geass? I could go on a huge list of anime that has tons of diversity in it. But of course, leave it to a Puritan to not understand that and try to push their colonial values onto Japan. So a person responded with, there's a lot of that already. Have you ever watched One Piece, All Shapes and Sizes, or JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Races and Colors of the World? For sure, always happy to see more. So you admit they do this, but are trying to push your agenda anyway. You do not have the moral high ground here. Stop trying to push your ideology onto others. Which, that's the thing. They always do this. You will always see the Puritans try to push their colonial values onto another country because they don't agree with it. That's what always happens. If they can get their foot in the door, you better believe they're going to just ram that door open the moment they can. That's why you can't ever bend the knee to these people. Another person responded with, we saw what it did to American pop culture. I don't wish such a plague on anime. Exactly. I mean, look at the comic book industry. Why do you think it collapsed? Because you had people that were pushing their politics all the time, ruining great characters that people had already known that were already well established. And then you look at Hollywood, which they're awful. I can't stand Hollywood. And they push their political values all the time. That's all they're ever about. And that's what they do in their movies. They are creatively bankrupt. Another person goes on to say, there are a wealth of content creators already that create the content they demand, more now than ever before. Japan makes content from Japan's perspective with its own subcultures and movements. It's beautiful. A diversity most in the West can't recognize. Why drown it? That's a good point. Another person goes on to say, make your own. Here's why. Because they can't. They don't have the creative talent to make their own. That's the thing. They can't do it. They're not creative people. That would require talent and skill, though. Something that requires work. They'll never go for something like that. Exactly. Puritans could never do that. They don't have the talent. Like I said, they can't do it. So they want someone else to do it for them. Typical. Exactly. Because rather than respecting one's creativity, they expect that creator to go by their own demands. They expect the creator, right, to bend the knee to their politics and then make the anime then become what they would want it to be. That's what they want. That's what they do to everything they invest. It goes with video games, comics, Western entertainment. You see it everywhere. This is what they do, and then they ruin it, and they never supported it to begin with. They just want to ruin everyone's fun. That's what they always do. Another person responded, based on the fact that anime is created by Japanese companies for Japanese audience, we Westerners have no right to request or demand for more representation. Also, Japan is like 98.5% Japanese, not a melting pot, so it makes sense for shows taking place in Japan to reflect that. And that's the thing, that's like how, of course, you have Funimation that's over there trying to say, oh, but we're going to make everything better for Western audiences. Everybody enjoys anime the way it is. You don't need to touch it because, why fix something when it's not broke, right? That's the thing. But if they want to fix something that is broke and try to make it woke, then it's going to be broke because that's how it always works. Another person responded with the joke saying, anime does representation better than the West. Anime does representation better than the West. It's so true. It's so true. Another person responds with, it even does LGBTQ representation better, which, yes, it does. It does. It truly does. But that's the thing, these Puritans, they don't support it, so they don't watch it, therefore they don't know anything about what they're complaining about. They never do. They never do the research. If you will ever notice anything about Puritans, they never do research on anything. So, of course, they don't ever understand it. Never. Another person responded, which I like this, that actually watch more anime. That actually watch more anime. It's so good. I mean, people got them good. That's the thing. This is true, though. If you watch more anime, you'll understand that there's representation all over anime. I mean, seriously. This guy is an idiot for not understanding that. I mean, seriously. I mean, stop trying to push your values onto Japan. Japan and anime are fine the way they are. Leave it alone. I mean, seriously, guy. Then Oliver Jia, I may have butchered that, but this person is a Kyoto-based graduate researcher on Japan DPRK relations. He even responded to what Ryan Cole Levi had to say, and he said, Japan is a country where 98% of the population is ethnically homogenous, yet the stories and characters shown in anime have been genuinely diverse and varied for decades. Japanese creators don't need to be patronizingly lectured to by culturally imperialist Westerners. So true. So true. I mean, seriously, if you respect the creators, then you'll understand that you won't try to change their vision. I mean, you look at it, Funimation has tried to change the creator's vision all the time. What do? They either censor things because, oh no, it's so problematic, or they sit over there. Not only do they try to censor things, but then they change words because I can't stand that type of joke. It's so offensive. That's what they do. And, to see someone like Ryan Cole Levi sitting over here and trying to push his values onto Japan, well, that's not respecting Japan's culture. That's not respecting anime. That's not respecting the creators of anime. I mean, seriously, when you go screaming stuff like this that you don't even understand, because clearly, had he been a fan of anime, then he would have easily, and I mean easily known that anime is very diverse. I mean, when you think about it, when you're coming up with a story, the first thing that is the most important thing is the story itself. Diversity will come naturally, but the most important thing to a writer, to a storyteller, is the story itself, the world building, the lore. That's the most important thing. Creating characters people are going to enjoy, and while you're coming up with your story, diversity just comes naturally. People don't care about your politics. They don't care to listen to that. What they want is a good, entertaining story. And of course, Ryan Colt Levi, then a couple of days later, had to create damage control by saying, I guess I have to clarify to a very angry group. I want to see more opportunities for actors of color voicing characters in anime here in the States. I want them to be able to tell stories they feel connected to and feel seen. That is all. See, here's the thing. Nobody has a problem with that. Nobody's ever sat over here and said they had a problem with voice actors of color. That's not a problem. The important thing you're going to be looking for when you hire people is the experience as well as how well they're going to perform. That's the most important thing. You want quality in your work, so you're going to hire somebody that's going to deliver that quality that is going to be best suited for your job. That's just how it works in a career. I mean, everybody knows that, but Ryan Colt Levi over here, a guy who's trying to push his values onto Japan, got slam blasted for trying to push his values onto Japan. If you were a fan of anime, you know it's very diverse, but I'm just saying. But anyways, let me know what you think about this entire situation down below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Make sure you are still subscribed because YouTube is unsubscribing people from all their favorite channels, so make sure you are still subscribed to all your favorite channels. Hit the video with a like if you enjoyed, and also be sure to share the video, spread the word, and get it out there. It's greatly appreciated, and it really helps out the channel a lot. Also, be sure to follow me on Discord. We have a wonderful community there. Not only that, but it will keep you updated on when the newest videos will be released, as well as any other upcoming events in the future. So be sure to follow me on Discord. The link is in the description down below. But anyways, I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful and fantastic day today, and remember, if today was not a good day, tomorrow could always be better. Take care of yourselves and everyone around you, and have yourselves a good one out there, everybody.